Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Daniel Jazz. Wonderful, wonderful. So if I asked you, how many of you follow Mr. Osigbeme on Twitter? Please raise your hand. But how many of you follow Davido? See what we're talking about. Misplacement of priorities. Anyways, now I didn't say it though. It was Mr. Ojute that said it. Anyways, now ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker, like I said earlier, any young leader and public speaker, what is SALT, knows this man. He's a seasoned career success catalyst, motivational speaker, and the CEO of Inspiro Consulting, a human resources consulting firm based in Lagos State, Nigeria. Jimmy is a member of the American Association of Small Business Consultants, Texas, United States, the International Certified Consultants Association, Canada, and a member of numerous international organizations. But of his numerous achievements, Jimmy is particularly proud of one which stands out for mention: his ability to recreate his success in thousands and thousands of other young people. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome this star creating other stars, a personification of bodacious ideas and a collage of cerebral opinions, is none other than Jimmy Tewe. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, welcome Mr. Jimmy Tewe.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Hello. Hello. I like the other mic. Hello. All right, is it better now? Okay. Greatest Bowenite. Greatest Bowenite. All right. First and foremost, I walked in when he was speaking. An amazing work he did. Can we please put our hands together for him? I missed your talk, but I can imagine what you did. Can we please appreciate all our speakers today? I also want to appreciate the young gentleman who was playing the sax. Everybody enjoyed that. All right, can we appreciate him, all right? Now, most importantly, appreciate yourself now. Can I see you do that? Appreciate yourself. All right, my name is Jimmy Tewe, and I would start by letting you know that I'm not the one meant to be standing in front of you today. A few of you probably know that a particular gentleman that I respect a lot, Mr. Fela Dochoe, was the one who was meant to come. True or false? True or false? Oh, he's not coming. All right, now listen to me. Listen to me. Mr. Drotoye reached out to me yesterday evening, and many of you know about some things he's doing where national development is concerned. And something came up yesterday, and he had planned to be here today. Now, I meant to be in a training today. I run a consulting firm, and then he said to me, Jimmy, because of this thing that has come up that I have to attend to, not because I don't want to come here, but because everybody here matters to him, Jimmy, would you please go all the way to Bowen, I live in Lagos, and come and speak on my behalf? Now, what that meant was that I had to move the training that I was running for. It's a big organization. But I'll say something to you, that you might not have Fela live here today, but even when I was coming, he called me and says, are you almost there? And I said, yes. And then he said, I would like you to communicate a few things to them. Now, let me say something about myself and Fela. 2008, I won't tell you my age. Should I tell you my age? I wasn't 30 years old. I was going to be 30 years old in 2008. So you can have an idea of my age now. And so I used to be the head of recruitment for a bank. How many know UBA? United Bank for Africa. So at the age of 28, I became the head of recruitment for UBA. I had responsibility for 16 countries I had staff in those countries. I was doing all the recruitment for UBA at 28 years old. By the time I was 29 years old, I became a senior manager with UBA. I bought a house because as a senior manager, you can afford to buy a house. I bought a house in a nice estate in Lagos, and I'm going somewhere with my story. Please hold on. I was earning a good salary. At that time, I think I was earning almost $500,000 per month. At that time, hold on, don't clap. I'm going somewhere. If you clap, I'll go home. But listen to me. I was earning all of that, and can I say something to you? I was very sad. I was very sad because something had happened to me that I realized had happened to so many people, and it is my motivation for coming today that it must not happen to you. There are lots of people that climb the career ladder only to reach the top and realize they are leaning against the wrong wall. What that means is this, that no matter how fast you speed in the wrong direction, you will never get where you're going to. Look at that young gentleman playing the saxophone. I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. My son plays the saxophone. I'm still trying to check whether that's what he wants to do. Now, can you imagine that this guy has great passion for what he loves to do, but the circumstance of the nation forces him to just take any job at hand? At that time, I was earning a lot of money, but I realized something, that life includes money, but it's much more than that. I had friends at that time that were doing what they loved. And for me, I could do the work I had, but that wasn't where my heart was. My heart was every time I stood to inspire people, pick up a microphone and talk to people and share a story that can change their life, share information that can transform them. Yes, that's what I wanted to do, but my job required, I carried files, sat down, did interviews, high-level interviews. But you see, I realized that that wasn't everything that I could be. That continued until October 2008. And then, I remember that day, they said Fela Dotue was coming. I'm like, oh yeah, I heard about him. I'll pop in. So I popped in. I sat in front, one of the front rows. And he walked in that day with a friend and brother of mine, Steve Harris. And he began to speak. And while he was speaking, Fela said something. Look, I love what I'm doing. He said, Steve Harris, how much did I charge UBA? He said, they didn't even charge them. I said, what? And as he was speaking, I realized that Fela Dotue in that instance was a representation of what I'm meant to do. And that no matter how much I'm head of recruitment, the next level will be, because I've done performance management, I've done learning and development, the next thing for me will become head of HR. But that wasn't what I wanted to do in my life. And I realized early that you only live once. True or false? Life is not a reality show that has season 1 and season 2 and 5. Are we together? And I said to myself that even though people are giving me accolades and saying, Jimmy, at 28, you became a manager, 29, senior manager. By the age of 30, I resumed in another bank, Bank PHP. I was earning $920,000 per month in 2009. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No clap. I'm going somewhere. Stay with me. If you don't listen to me, you will miss it all. If you don't listen to me, you will miss it all. Let me continue for those around the hair. I was earning that. I still had my house. But I had made up my mind that I will do what I want to do. Be the best that I want to be. And I remember that I sent Fela that day in UBA. I had sent him a text overnight saying, sir, that people are celebrating me, but I know that my life is more than this. Would you mentor me? And he responded, and I met him that following week, and everything began to change. So Fela might not be here, but a product of Fela is here. Is that fine by you? In 2010, $920,000 per month, I resigned my job. Hold on, I'm going somewhere. Let me say this to you. Greatness will always come with a cost. Listen to me. Maybe I did not come for everybody, but I came for somebody that understands what this event is about. Because everybody is here, but not everybody is here. Some people are here and they're on their phone. Some people are here and they're gisting. Some people are here and they're waiting for time to pass. But some people are here and are absorbing what he has said, and they're applying it to their life. It will only be a matter of time before we know who was really here. They asked the guy, they were watching a conference, and the conference was so amazing. This younger guy and the older guy. And the older guy said, you know what? I was in that conference. The younger guy said, you were there? Where? He said, around that corner, pointing at the screen. Then he asked the question, you were there and your life is like this? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of most people. Because we don't realize you only live once. And that if you don't give life your best shot, you will build a ton of regret in the future. I'm hoping that I realize you're from particular departments. And please don't misunderstand me. I studied agricultural economics. You know there are only two. Hold on. You know there are only two universities in the world. Bowen and... So, I went to others. I went together. I hope you know I say that everywhere I go, right? So enjoy it while it lasts. It's not fine. So I went to the University of Ibadan. I studied agricultural economics. And from my 100 level, first class, the first class I attended, I knew I made a mistake. It was evident that beyond eating crops and animals, I had no business in agric. But I learned something early, that education is not just what they pour into you, it's what they pull out of you. That when they give you a group assignment, or even your own assignment, that you see, if you don't learn discipline, what you will do is that it is when you get to class and they're about to submit, you start saying, please, can I copy your own? Can I copy? And you will have missed out the opportunity to be educated on discipline. Hear me today. You might not be in the right course, but be educated. I finished the second class upper. Eventually, I realized that first class and 2-1 only requires diligence, not even interest. So you are already in a course. But there's another course I'm here to talk to you about. And in a few minutes, I will be referring to the slide of what Mr. Droche has asked me to speak about today. The course of your life. Because I realize that in life, some people leave school with a third class, but they have a first class life. And some live with a first class and end up with a third class life. And the reason is very simple. They go into life with some assumptions of how success is meant to happen. Unfortunately, success does not respect assumption. You must understand principles. Nobody is great by mistake. If you are going to be great, there are certain things you must know. And I'll put it to you that everybody that can hear me today has the potential to be great. Everybody. I don't care your current CGPA, GPA, PPA, or anything. I'm saying that if you can understand what I want to share today, you will learn a lot. Fella asked me to share 4 things. A, B, C, and D. That if you would adopt them in your life, not only will they build you, they can actually build a nation. Please allow me to drink some water. Is that okay? So I'm not meant to travel today, but I did because of you. Who did I come for? Anybody? Who is me? All right. A, B, C, and D. Hear me. The person talking to you, by the time I got to 400 level, I was in second class lower. By the time I graduated, I was in second class upper. The person talking to you, when I was in secondary school, I knew I was going to fail in life. I was too convinced that I was going to fail. But something changed. Maybe I did not know it as A, B, C, and D, but looking at this model, I realized it is the key to change. That if you will change, if Bowen will change, if Nigeria will change, we need to do A, B, C, and D. The reason why people fail in life is because they don't do A, B, C, and D. So who wants to know what A is? Anybody? You want to know what A is? A is accept. Write it down. I'll explain to you. You have to accept responsibility for the future you desire. If you are still here and blaming everybody for where you are wasting your life. Oh, Nigeria is not good because we've refused to accept. Oh, it is my course supervisor. It's because you have refused to accept. Oh, it's because of my parents. It's because you have simply refused to accept responsibility for change. Let me share the remaining part of that story with you. When I accepted that I no longer wanted to just be head of recruitment of a bank, but I wanted to become a public speaker, I had to make choices. I had a 4-bedroom duplex. I bought 35 million. I gave them 5 million. They gave me 30 million from the bank to buy the building. Do you know what I did? When I accepted, I sold the building, I returned the money to the bank, and I moved from a 4-bedroom flat, 4-bedroom duplex to a 3-bedroom flat. See, you guys, a lot of people are not ready to accept responsibility. One day, when I finally realized my GPA was second class lower, I asked myself, what do you want? I said I want a 2-1. A lot of people say they want things, but they really don't want it. Because when you want something, your actions line up to that thing. You tell me you want a first class, but you don't go to class. You want a first class, but you don't know even what's going on in class. Hear me. Everybody is the architect of the future. Everybody. You must accept responsibility. The same way for Nigeria, I accept responsibility for this nation. I'm not waiting for government. I am the government. Don't mind me. I need to rest. All right? I speak every day. And so you must accept. I don't know. I want you to do something very quickly. Write down what you want in your life. The next phase. Everybody. I will allow you to do this. I know I have 15 minutes or so left, but it's fine. What must you accept? Please write it down very quickly. What do you want your life to look like? Please don't mind if your neighbor sees it and laughs at it. It's okay. As long as you accept, it's the beginning. I give you 1 minute to finish that. You know the beautiful thing about dreaming, you cannot be arrested for dreaming. Please write your dream. You won't be able to finish it right now, but you must make sure that you finish it before the day ends. What are you accepting responsibility for? Your grades, your health, your life. That's A. B is you must believe what you accept. A lot of people will write what I've asked them to, and right now you are in that mood where you want to do what is right, you want to be great in life, you want to be successful and all that, but they refuse to believe. You must believe what you have accepted. Belief is where you get to a point where you say, it's either I succeed or I succeed. There's no other choice. So when somebody saw me and said, Jimmy, you resigned your job, It's because I believed. You know, today I can go to places, I tell them, you know, I speak for corporate organizations. I've spoken at Harvard Business School before. That's true. I've spoken at Harvard. I've spoken at big places. But I will not be able to tell you that today if I did not believe yesterday. They don't believe. Every great change is because somebody chose to believe. Third one is C. Is commit. Commit to what you have accepted as a responsibility. B, you believe. Now, commitment is where the rubber meets the road. I remember when I committed to my grades. I got to the back of the class where my normal seat was. Why do we sit at the back of the class? Because we want to escape being asked questions. True or false? And where does the lecturer ask questions from? I don't know why we're not very smart. So I was sitting at the back. And because I believed, something asked me and said, what are you doing here if you really want a 2-1? I said, the reason I'm here is because I'm escaping questions. He said, have you noticed the lecturer asked on the back, why don't you move to the middle, next class? So the next class, I summoned courage. And I sat in the middle of the class. And for a 3-hour lecture, I have a testimony. They did not ask me any question. I was there. And so the next class, I sat in the middle. And one time, the thing came again. If you want a 2-1, what are you doing here? I said, it's easy for you to be talking to me. You go and sit in front. He said, the people in front are people that know what they are doing. So one day, I summoned courage. And I sat in front. When I got to the front, people in front said, what are you doing here? This was my final year. I'd never sat in front. One day, by mistake. So I'm sitting there. And I have a testimony. Till I graduated, they never asked me a question. What you are afraid of is really afraid of you. What you are afraid of is really afraid of you. So I sat there, and guess what? I heard a word I've not heard in 5 years. I just heard somebody say, so we're going for tutorial this evening. I said, what is tutorial? I can't lie to you. I'd never had tutorial. 500 level. You know why? The guys at the back don't talk tutorial. They talk party, rave, club. I'm telling you. And so your association determines your destination. Where you end up is because of who you are moving with. I have an amazing, I call her my daughter that I mentor. She finished from Bells University first class. 100 level she played. Very pretty. Rocked. She said, this is not the destination I want. Change. Her friends abuse her. What's wrong with you? When they were in 400 level, one of them came and said, if only I'd been following you sooner than I knew. Commit. You know, when you break a promise to yourself, you cannot promise yourself the next thing again. True success requires you accept. For us in Nigeria, we accept responsibility for this nation. I make sure we are coming today, and I saw FRSC official throwing nylon and plastic on the road. And I said, no, this guy has not accepted. And he'll be saying, people at the top, no. You accept in your hostel to be good. You believe and you commit to it. And D is that you deliver the future. This is how it happens. Every future that is delivered starts by somebody who accepted responsibility. Somebody who believed enough in it. Somebody who committed to it. Then somebody who delivered it. Is there anybody that will say to me, Jimmy, in another 5 to 10 years, we will meet at Heathrow Airport. Anybody? 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 And the thing I wrote today, I will have done it. Anybody in the house today? Are you accepting responsibility for it? Are you choosing to believe it? Are you willing to commit to it? Will you deliver it? Put your hands together for yourselves now. I want us to watch a quick video. It's a short one. Please, it's Indian, so you cannot understand it. It's not an Indian film. The music is Indian. But just watch it, you will get what I'm trying to say. Can I have the video very quickly? It's a bit dark because of the light, so please can you watch closely. A tree fell across the road and nobody wants to move it. They're all complaining. Nigerian police. All right, so that's the video. All right, did you enjoy that? What did you learn from it, anybody? What did you learn? What did you learn? Accept responsibility. Did you notice the person who started was the smallest out of them all? Do you notice that when it started, somebody looked and said, what is this one doing? The same way they looked at me when I started reading my notes. My friends were like, oh, it's too late. We have failed together. But we didn't fail together. I'm telling you, you can choose to change your life by using that simple model. Somebody said to me, why did you allow fella to mentor you? And mentorship is so important. I don't follow somebody that's not going anywhere. I check where they're coming from and where they've gotten to. And that gives me an indication of where they're going to. And that's why you have to be selective about the kind of role models you have. Everybody has a role model. Some people, your role model is taking you farther away from where you really want to go to. You have to be deliberate about it. I remember many years ago, I'd not met fella, just about after I'd met him, I wasn't too close to him then. I heard that he went to Mushin to go and paint. I said, what is wrong with these people that don't know what is going on in this country? If you want to paint, go to Ikoyi and paint the road. Paint houses. He went to Mushin. Can I have some pictures there? I think I put them. All right, it was called Mushin Makeover. That's the former governor's wife, Fashola's wife. This is one of the houses they painted. All right. That's fella there. Keep scrolling now. This is the road. They painted all this road. Keep going. That was Derele Edu. Who knows Derele? That's him. All right. Keep going. I don't know these boys. Banky W. This is Banky W back then. All right. These are some other guys. Who's this guy? Yeah. That's Whiskey. He came to paint. Are we together? Keep scrolling. That's Banky W. That's painting there. I don't know this brother. Who's this? T.Y. Bello. All right. That's guy, rooftop MC. Keep going. Okay, that's Frank Edowo, a number of other people. It's not very clear. Next slide. This is a Yoruba actress. And then that's Sound Sultan and all. Now, hold on. This is where I'm going to. When you decide to accept responsibility and you believe and you commit, what you need will start looking for you. A lot of people, oh, the reason, Jimmy, why I'm not able to do well in school, why I don't. See, hear me. Once you commit, to commit almost means to die. Everything will start finding its way around you. So let me finish my story as I begin to wrap up today, because I have just about 4 more minutes. 2011, I suffered. Married, 2 kids, 3-bedroom flats, no salary. I had to learn again. But you see, I could have chosen to just say, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, why is life like this? But I chose to accept responsibility. I chose to believe again. And I committed to it. I started little. I remember those days I would send a BBM, BlackBerry Messenger, a chat every Monday called Thank God It's Monday. And I would send it every single Monday. And somebody would send me a thumbs up. Well done. And all that. Nobody was paying me money for it. I did that for 2 years. And I remember January 2014, somebody called me and said, Jimmy, you won. I said, won what? He said, you won. I said, won what? He said that apparently there was a competition. They did some reviews and you came out as the voice for career in Nigeria. I said, are you kidding me? I went, collected award, Alibaba, Leke Order, all of them were there. I now began to realize that when you commit, you will deliver. It's just a matter of time. Can I now say this to you? You know, I'll say I was earning 20,000 per month. You know, right? Remember? I said I was earning 20,000 per month. I'll say this to you. I have been to places and I've spoken for less than 1 hour and collected more than that. Today. But I will not be able to do that if I did not commit. Please listen to me. And this house, I'm going to wrap up. Every one of you is successful already. Now listen to me. Unfortunately, our educational system, and thank God for Bowen and great private universities that are changing the narrative, and that's beautiful. But see, you must know who you are. You saw Wizkid and you were like, Wizkid was in school. Don't drop out of school, if I were you. Are we together? But you see, that guy had always been a singer. There is something that you are. I have people that are around me and they are doing absurd things. One thing I told myself is that this life, I will live the best life I can live. What do I do for a living? Microphone and talk. This is my tool. And when I talk, for some reason, people listen to me. That's how they pay me. I'm training a company today, 1,400 staff. I've been training, this is the 4th month we are training, and it's not for free. But I would never get here if I was not willing to commit to who I really was. If you're a singer and you are studying economics, do your economics, but be singing also. By the time you are through and you have invested enough in it, your opportunity will come. The mistake some people make is that, I'm a bone school job, bone class, enter and be mixing tape. Let me say this to you. There is a limit to get to if you are not educated. There are doors they cannot open to you because they know that if you open your mouth, what will come out is not good enough. So your education matters, but if you see the real etymology of education, the word etymology means the root meaning, education means to pull out of, not pour into. So there is somebody that you are. I have people today that do fashion. And you are living in a time when people do the most, what are the absurd things people are doing now? Tell me, what are the kind of jobs people do now? Tell me, graphic artists, makeup artists, selfie professional. Can I say something to you? If you would apply all the things you are learning today, not just hear them. Some people, their notes are more powerful than their brain. Because they've jotted down so much wisdom, but they're not doing anything with that wisdom. Can you scroll down? I'm just going to run through 10 values. Hold on. And this is how I'm going to end. I have 17 seconds. Can I have 2 minutes? Thank you. I should just continue. I'm going to Lagos. I want to end with values. I say values because I realize that your generation particularly, many people don't understand the value of values. They say, I beg, you are good. Only good for yourself. Who good help? I'll say this to you today. What if you wanted to run for a post in Osun State, governor of Osun State, for example? It is that day your values will help you or will limit you. If you are a drunkard, for example, then they will bring drunken videos for you. And you see how the day you are doing like this. Am I right? And they'll say this one cannot be a governor. But the day you are doing it, you did not know that that value will affect your value in the future. And so there are 10 values that have helped me. And Fela has spoken so much about this. And we call them the 10 values of a true Nigerian. He has an organization called Gemstone. And basically sharing that if we can live by these values, not only will we be better, Nigeria also will be better. Can you scroll? Number 1, please write this down. That I will make a positive impact on everyone I meet and everywhere I go. I might need more than 2, but I will be very fast, please. Make a positive impact on everyone I meet, everywhere that I go. In 2016, I had a staff. I was paying him 30,000 naira. This is a true life story. 30,000 naira basic salary. My office was in Lekki Phase 1. And then we will earn commission. In 4 months, he came back to me and said, sir, thank you for the opportunity, but I realized what I really want to do is real estate. He left with my blessing. Today, he runs a real estate firm worth over 25 billion naira. And he did not steal the money. You know what? Last year, April 29, he came to my house. He said, sir, where are you? I said, I'm at home. He said, I'm coming to see you. I want to give you something. So, I opened the gate for him. He walked into the house. I said, how may I help you? He said, sir, I bought you a car. It is outside. I said, you said what? He said, when I went to America, I saw a car. I liked it, and I bought it for you. We went outside, and I saw a car. Ooh. I won't tell you the make. But this is where I'm going to. If I was wicked to him, would he buy me a car? This is the problem. You don't know who you should be wicked to. So hear me. The key to success is to be good to all. Not everybody deserves good, but you are good not for them, but because you are good. You're not a bad person. So number 1, whether you're in class, make a positive impact. When your friend comes and says, that exam, I go sit next to you. The positive impact is like, but they come. May I teach you the thing before we enter exam? But they will not like you today, but in the future, he will like you. Make a positive impact. I tell people, you are... One more story. I went to the embassy, British embassy, to go and get my visa. Place was crowded. People upstairs, they told them, come downstairs. We that were downstairs were like, yes, we are going to be attended to first. I was number 113. But I was still happy. Because people that are coming downstairs were 222. And then I saw this elderly woman standing because she was upstairs. And every other person that was like, no, we are sitting down here, you know. I couldn't take it. I said, mommy, please, come and sit down. I helped her. She sat down. As she sat down, I stood. One short man just said, shh, come here. I said, yes, sir, how may I help you? He said, bring your documents. I dropped it. He signed, said, see that door, enter, and go. I became number 1. Make a positive impact. Not on some people, but on everyone you meet and everywhere you go. Number 2, be a solution provider and not a part of the problem to be solved. Somebody say, I am. Say like a baby, say, I am a solution provider and I'm not a part of the problem to be solved. Don't cause problems. People remember you either for the problems you cause or the one you solve. Be a problem solver. Solve problems at home. Hold on, let me solve your problem. Be a solution provider, not a part of the problem to be solved. Number 3, because of time. Be a role model worthy of emulation. Who wants to be like you? After a while, if nobody is following you, it's like you are not going anywhere. I don't want to be everybody. But I want to be the kind of person that, hey, I want to be like Jimmy. I want to be like Fela. I want to be like, and this is when I tell people, you will not be like me, you will be greater than me. So when I was saying 20,000 per month, that's chicken change. Say chicken change. Some of you will come back to Bowen in 3 years and talk about how you earn 3 million per month. Anybody? 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 But you must commit to it. Not just, commit to it. So be a role model word of emulation. Emulation. Number 4. Look at it. Be your best in all you do. That is school, particularly the things you are naturally good at. Ladies and gentlemen, this for me is the secret of success. Everybody is not good at everything. To what degree can you train a chicken to fly like an eagle? Everybody has their intelligence. There is no daft person here. Some of you are musically smart. Some people are picture smart. Some people are word smart. Some people are IT smart. Find your smart and be smart there. Stay there. Have you noticed everybody we celebrate today is because they are good at something? Therefore, we will not celebrate you until you find what you are good at. Find it early. Explore it. When I was younger, I wanted to be a rapper. R-A-P-P-E-R. Because